y'all, it's Avi Agenda here from at Figure 8 Energy. No, that's not it. Oh my god. Y'all, I am feeling all sorts of whack. All sorts of whack. Did you know that your life can change overnight? It absolutely can. And if there were ever a season that would do its best to prove that, it would be the season that we're in now. Retrogrades, plural. Eclipse season. I'm thinking about today, I'm feeling into this week, and we have a full moon in Virgo, okay? We have the lunar eclipse today. We are in Venus retrograde. We have Mercury retrograde knocking on the door as well. And so all of these energies are just like, let me put my influence on you. And it's fun, right? Because these are things that we've put into motion in the past 6 months, right? So like think back to where you were 6 months ago and what you were feeling into, what you were hoping to manifest as your reality. And then hopefully your actions were aligned with your intentions, since you're putting the energy out there and you're just letting all your divine intelligence do what it does to make sure all that stuff comes through. And it's like, okay, yes, you can have what you want, but we're gonna have to make some dramatic shifts in order for you to get into energetic alignment for that thing. And sometimes that can be uncomfortable. Sometimes it can just be excited. It just really depends on what it is that you are meant to release in order to receive this. And this is going along the lines of something that I've been talking about recently, which is the idea of sacrifice. I was at a gathering of folks and somebody mentioned that, you know, to have a balanced life with children and still be happy, there's like a sacrifice that needs to be made. And I was just like, wait, what? No, like I don't feel like I sacrificed. I felt like I chose. And I'm not sacrificing my dreams because I'm still going after my dreams. Things have just shifted a little bit to cater towards that. And so if it's something that you really feel alignment with, it's like it's never a sacrifice. And so the same thing goes for whatever manifestations that you had in the past. It's like the things that you are releasing is not a sacrifice, because it's not something that you don't want to get rid of. It's something that is in your best interest to release, right? It's just something that doesn't have as much gravity as it might have in the past. And so, like I was saying, if there is ever an opportunity for the season to be like, let's change your life overnight, it would be now, because everything is happening right now. And so you may be experiencing like these crazy things. I know I've been weaving out of a vortex, and I feel like I've been riding on this highway, just like loving so much, and things would happen and I'm just like, oh, I see a shift, I'm gonna ride along with it. And I'm just very in all of the divine occurrences, right? And now I'm at the point where I'm just like, I'm holding on, I still want it, but I'm getting tired. I'm getting so tired. Part of it could also be because my moon cycle lined up with the full moon and eclipse. So as a woman, and if you're a woman, or if you're a masculine that just wants to understand how like women function, we are very much ruled by our waters, right? So that's why women tend to be more in tune with their emotions and intuitions, because like the moon is totally affecting us. And I always see it as like this great opportunity, right? And depending on which like moon phase that you're in, it says a lot about what you're going through, like what you're releasing, or what your energy that's coming in is going to be used for. And so to be at this stage right now, it's just like, okay, I know that I'm releasing during this time because there are major shifts that are going to happen, and I'm already feeling them. I just moved, and I thought, hey, maybe I'll be grounded a little bit more now, instead of just being in small spurts of grounding. And then another opportunity came that's like even better. So it's like this tumbleweed that is being blown in, and it starts out small, but then as it continues to go, it gets bigger and bigger, and it's all like really beautiful, like wonderful, powerful things that are in alignment with what I want. But now I'm at the point where I'm just like holding on to it and be like, okay, what's the next stop? And then show up for the next stop, and I'm just like, So anyways, I'm going to be definitely resting, but like I was saying, now is absolutely the time. So I would say to hold off on manifesting anything today and during the season, because there are going to be so many shifts that you really don't want to interfere with what's going on, because it's already happening in your favor, or at least attuning to what your energetic feelers are. This is another thing. My brain has been slowing down because it's just like rest. And also, I felt called to dig my cards out of the unknown. Not really. It's actually very well organized. But the setup that I'm going to be moving into, that I've been calling in for some time, and I feel it coming now, it's something where I'm gonna have access to like all of my things, like all of my tools that are, you know, whether it's like the metaphysical or channeling things, my crystals, my frequency machines, and all that stuff. Just everything's going to be more accessible, and so I'll be able to flow through them with ease. And I don't know exactly what that looks like yet, but what I do know is that it is happening now. It is happening now, and it's just absolutely incredible. So the reason why I was just like hee is because the card that popped out was the moon card, and I got it in reverse. Look at this. And what I've been feeling a lot into, and what keeps coming around, is a wolf, specifically a white wolf. If you know, you know. And so this spirit animal is very interesting, and you know, we are going with the times of the moons right now, and I like how it's like the moon and the sun, and it kind of seems like it's the dawning of the eclipse that's coming in right now. So there are some waters, and there is a crawfish as well. So what this tells me, and there looks like there's doors on the outside, so like what this is telling me is that there are certain things that need to be released, and really felt within the emotions, and there's a duality between it, right? You can see what needs to be released and choose to release it, and it will give you access to one doorway, or you could choose the other way and it give you access to another doorway. But either way it goes, like, it's still you. It's still you making that choice on what energies you want to hold on to and what you want to come into this next phase of your being. The white wolf I also see is something that's really really majestic and powerful, and I feel like this is okay, so the wolves are in the stance of howling, right? That's the oh, and that is a release, and it's like a call out. But there may be some anxiety around what it is that you're trying to release, right? So hence the waters again, you're going to start feeling some emotions, and really the anxieties and fears that are coming up are just things that your ego has like picked up along the way, because it's protected you in the past, but now is really a time to surrender into releasing any of those fears and anxieties, because they're not helping you anymore, right? They got you to this point, and you no longer need that mechanism to keep you safe. So, like I was saying, less manifesting right now and more acknowledging what it is that you would like to release. The next deck that I am moving into is my herbal deck. I love this deck so much. It feels like it's been a moment. I was requested to do more channeled readings through tarot, and it seems to be quite aligned with today, because I've been experiencing some mental fatigue, and it's, you know, due to processing so much. Like, so many things are coming up, and I'm processing them, and I find it to be I find that now is less of a time of hyper analyzing everything, and it's really a time to go with what you feel, because our minds have told us stories, and our mind will continue to create stories. But if you go with what you're actually feeling, that is what the telltale is. And sometimes don't share it with other people, because it might not make sense, and you might get other words that will circulate in your mind and kind of just like distract you from what it is that you are going to experience, that could be framed in more of a positive standpoint. So really, because if we looked at everything is happening for us. We are creating all these situations for us, and even if it's a denser situation, like, we are choosing that path so that we can learn more about ourselves, our situations, and we don't even know what the foreshadowing could possibly be. So the cards that came out were the hops and cascara bark. I'm not 100% certain what the cascara bark is, but we'll dive into that in a moment. If we're looking more from the tarot aspect of it, we have pentacles. We have the Six of Pentacles, and we have the Four of Pentacles, and they were both upright. In the first one, which is hops, you know, hops is typically used in beer, right? And beer, whenever it is created, is using hops and some sort of grains, and it's fermented and all of that, and so it has a sedative effect to it. Even if you don't create beer and you just make a hop tea, it will have, or a tincture, it will have a sedative effect to it. And so that's more along the lines of like what we were saying. It's like, really just like rest for a moment. Don't put too much action out. Maybe maybe feel the abundance that you have right now and offer it out without any fears. Because when you do this, you will find yourself more at ease, more seated in your place of faith, right? Your faith center. And that's where the trust has to come in as well, knowing that like what it is that you are offering will be multiplied in this time, because your intentions are pure, because you have been doing the work. So why would there be anything else around it? You know, and it comes back to this card with the moon as well. It's like, release the anxieties, release any baggage. And so it could literally just be you releasing something, right? You hold value to it because in the past it has helped you, right? It has helped you. Or any expectations or any narratives that you had created that you thought would be the way, the path, the thing, the whatever it is, that notion that you were sticking to. Like, it's time to offer that up and sit in your seat of faith. Be calm and trust, because what is going to be handed back to you is is something that is way more in alignment, and something that you couldn't have even envisioned for yourself. Maybe you've experienced the energy of what it is that you were calling in, but we don't always know what that looks like, because we don't see everything that is in the works, and we haven't experienced everything that there is in life to offer yet. And the next one, with the Four of Pentacles, I see she has a pentacle above her head, and then she has the Three Pentacles right here, and she's just kind of like holding on to them. And in the background, there is, it looks like an outhouse, because there's a moon on it, which is very interesting. And she has a very serious look on her face. So I feel like there's some coveting that's going on right here, a little bit of seriousness. Like overall, like there is a great mentality when it comes to abundance, but there's still like something that needs to be released, but there's like this resistance to it. Let's see what this cascara bark is typically used for. Let's see. Okay. It has a lots of effect. It's literally to help you eliminate, things like bile from the liver, and to cleanse the intestinal tract. So what that's telling me is that there is a lot of information that we've picked up over time that our bodies have been processing, and it's really now the time to actually let it go, and to stop clinging onto these things that are no longer needed. Okay, we're going to move on to our Mother Earth Mandala Oracle right now. There's so many. Okay, we have the Flower of Self, the Seed of Life, and the Om. Okay. The Flower of Self, what this is telling me is that we are constantly blooming and blossoming and creating by the energies that we have on the inside, right? And it's like these orange and yellow colors, and so that's like solar plexus, the I am, the sacral chakra, which is your creation, your emotions. Just a moment. This is one of my creations. And the seed of life is the energy that you came into the world with, right? It started out as one circle, and then it just kept expanding and expanding. And so you have this energetic imprint, and then you have your individuality as well, right? And so the unique experiences that you're having, and the different desires that you have, and so then you get to choose which circles that you would like to collide with, and it further expands on that. And the Om is just reminding me that is in the red too, that now is the time to be rooted and to come back into yourself, to just breathe, to be still, to trust, to release, and please. You want to hold the whole ball. And look, there's a sound underneath here too. I'm gonna play with that. So if you feel yourself in an overwhelm, or like your mind is spinning or trying to do things, or you just feel really caught up in the way that all these planetary energies affect our 3D realm, just take a moment to be. Take a moment to just ground and center, and it could literally be as simple as breathing and saying Om, right? And you'll be amazed at how centered and grounded you can feel just from that. It's like an energetic reset, and for me, I get like these tingles through my body, and it just feels like all of this. Everything is gonna be alright. It's gonna be more than alright. It's truly a magical time. Things are happening, so just breathe. Just breathe. Yeah, what do you think? Yeah, no, my book's falling apart. Alright, y'all, and if you made it this far, please do me a big favor and hit that like button, subscribe if you haven't for future videos, and just to get things out there more. Like if you like stuff like this, then you'll get more stuff like this, more things that are guidance and truly aligned with you, things that are tools to help you, and also you get alerts whenever I make new videos, and you help me to be pushed out there to reach out to all of the other beings who might be along the same frequency. You know, we're all doing this together, but separately. And maybe this is a way we can come together.